Great shot. Oh, the music's hitting, man. The choreography's on point. The shot selection's great. The camera movement. I love that slower frame rate. How can we tell it's wide angle? Well, you can tell because of the distortion. Great composition on this shot, right? Look at her eye is the focal point in the shot.
Boring conversation ending.
So wait a second. This is a reference to Star Wars. This is a reference to Han Solo. Hello. If you're new, my name is Philip. I'm a filmmaker and actor, and today we're going to be watching and reacting to character demo Dehya, Fiery Lioness, Genshin Impact, and analyzing the cinematic language. I'm excited for this one. There seems to be a lot of interest around this character, which tells me it's probably going to be a really good video. Thank you guys for the warm reception for me and my girlfriend Aaliyah's Genshin Impact tier list. We did ranking all the character demos. That was so much fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun doing it. Also, next up, we're going to be doing more Honkai Impact because you guys were so gracious and very positive with my last video. So thank you again. Hope you enjoyed it. So let me know what you want to see from Honkai Impact. And I'm also thinking about looking at some other stuff like the recent Street Fighter footage from Cammy, as well as some other stuff, Resident Evil 4. Let me know if you want to see anything like that. And guys, we're this close to 18,000 subscribers. Came real quick thanks to you, so let's do it. And check out my main channel if you want to see my film work, including my upcoming short film. Alright, let's get into it. So let me know in the comments what you think of Dehya. I've seen some stuff trending on Twitter, like fix Dehya. I'm not sure what they mean, if it means like the character design, or if they mean something else like her gameplay. So let me know about that. Alright, let's see what you got for us today, Mihoyo.
Steal food from a wolf's jaws.
Okay, I like it. We got a little narrative opening here.
Time for talks
In the middle
over.
of a scene in Medias Res,
Boring
we start.
conversation anyway.
Okay, there she is. Dehya, or is it Dehya? She's a martial artist? Why didn't anybody tell me this? This is amazing. Yes. If you guys don't know, I trained as a warrior monk. This is awesome. Right up my alley. FPS view of getting beat down. The vision blurring as he gets hit. Very creative. Look at this. They added a vignette around the outside of the screen as he starts to black out. If you guys have ever fought, if you've ever done martial arts and sparred, this is pretty much what happens. You start to get tunnel vision, both because of instinct, and once you get punch drunk and you're getting kind of messed up, your vision starts to close in, you get tunnel vision. This is great. They've done their research. Very creative. I like that. Great transition with the uppercut, and we got Dehya, or is it Dehya, Flame Main. That's cool. I can actually read the text today. A member of the Eremites, a mercenary organization that roams the sands of Sumeru, valiant and powerful. She enjoys great fame among the fellow Eremites. Awesome. She's like a vigilante type character, maybe? Dehya.
I've warned you before. Keep your hands off Aru Village. Aru Village.
It really works with the environment. Her red is really popping in the desert environment. It's really cool. Fix Dehya hashtag, I assume has to do with your character design. Probably has to do with your skin tone. Living in the desert, she would probably have a darker skin tone than this. Awesome. Really cool shot there. Is she a 4-star or 5-star? Dude, the music. Have we ever gotten like metal like this in Genshin? This is crazy, man. That was a really cool shot. It's like this kind of implosion of fire. Great shot there. I really enjoyed that, yeah.
Listen, I want to help you, but
Messed
first
them all
you
up.
gotta back down.
Time for talks over.
Boring conversation ending.
So wait a second. This is a reference to Star Wars. This is a reference to Han Solo. Boring conversation anyway, when he blasts the terminal in A New Hope, right?
Who is this?
Boring conversation anyway.
Everybody knows that. That's awesome. That's a fun reference.
Way.
Does she have any more connections to Han Solo? Because now I'm curious. Great shot. Oh, the music's hitting, man. The choreography's on point. The shot selection's great. The camera movement. I love that slower frame rate. And we get this kind of like view of her. Oh, dude, the beatdown. Is that Candace?
He's a guest.
Dude.
We were just sparring.
Is that right?
Oh my god.
Huh.
Candace is awesome. She was in the other
I do
trailer.
apologize. Please come with me.
That's funny. Yeah, we're just having a good time, friends.
Candace is in a good mood. You're off the hook. Remember what I told you. Final warning.
So okay. That was awesome.
Even a wolf had better avoid lions and hunters.
Wow, that was awesome. So I'm so happy they put another character in this. Candace is a character I thought was really cool. Me and Aaliyah both really liked her trailer. But sort of the good thing about this is it's what I said about the Al Haytham trailer. Why the Al Haytham trailer was so good. This is doing the same thing with a cast of characters numbering and what is it, like 50, 60 characters at this point. Do crossover, include these characters in your narratives because you can do some really cool stuff with the story. And you can also add to the other characters' stories through this sort of this short film collection they have with these demos. So it's really awesome to have Candace in there. And also we can infer a lot from Dehya, from Candace being there. It's okay, they seem to be a part of the same. She seems to be some sort of vigilante, maybe part of a vigilante group who's going around. She seems to have gone a little too hard with the extreme beatdown. And it's really cool to see Candace come in and maybe I assume Candace is on the same team as her and they're kind of okay, relax a little bit. Or maybe Candace is more extreme and she's saying don't kill them, please. But yeah, Candace just hurls a spear right at them. They're highly skilled people. That was cool to block with the musical storytelling that they do in these trailers. The composer never misses on these. Every single one, even the ones we ranked lower on our tier list, me and Aaliyah, had amazing music. Again, the composer just nails it every single time. What I like about the musical storytelling here is that when Candace shows up, the music goes from this just insane metal to it tones back a little bit and has this relaxing theme, which I really like because Candace and her trailer had this really, really relaxing. It was a very different mood for the character demos. That's why we liked it. Super chilled out, laid back song, very, very soothing. And it's kind of cool because she is also soothing in this trailer, sort of. I mean, she does hurl a spear at the person, right? But she's kind of calming the tensions a little bit and ending this conflict. Which is cool. So again, it's just kind of these little things where, from the perspective of observing these demos, that's what we know about Candace, and they've kept that consistent here with the character. So it's nice to see some characterization, which is kind of spilling over into the different trailers. But let's go back a little bit. I really like this one. Did you guys like it? I thought it was cool. Let's look at this from the beginning. I love the Han Solo reference. This is a cool character. It's interesting that she says this twice. She says the Han Solo line twice. So, I guess this is going to be her tag line in the game. Maybe there's a different story behind this, but it's pretty cool. But yeah, so I have a couple questions about her. What are her powers exactly? Because she has this martial arts sort of Shaolin flame that appears in her hand and she's punching people, but then she also has a greatsword. So let me know about that. I'm very curious. Really, really cool. Very, very Shaolin, which is cool because Shaolin it feels like you're using fire as you use it, and it's cool that they kind of have those sort of movements and there's flame and everything. So I like that. It's a nice touch. Yeah, great shot there. And these little images, man, they're one frame, and they've put this sort of grit along the outline of the character, which is really cool. I like that. Yeah, and to the beat, to the song, really cool. Now this sequence here is super creative, man. Again, I want you to notice not just the FPS because that's already a great idea, but notice as she starts to beat the guy up, he's gonna lose his vision. He's gonna get tunnel vision, and they include this vignette to achieve that. And a little bit of blur and everything, as if that's what it feels like when you get punched. No doubt there. Look at that. They got the red as if he's taking damage. If we go frame by frame, and there's that tunnel vision coming in, that's awesome, man. Design's great. I think the character design would have popped a little bit more if she had his skin tone. They very rarely do that for the characters. From what I can gather, her martial arts is probably her super, her burst, and then her normal attacks with the greatsword. Maybe, don't know. It's interesting because she kind of has Beto vibes, so I could see the greatsword kind of energy. She's got that bravado and everything to her, which is cool. That that cool cockiness that Beto has. We like that. But man, I would love to see. That's one of the things I've wanted from Genshin for a while, and that's why the inclusion of Hazel was really cool. to have a martial arts character. It was really nice to see. That's why I'm curious about this. Is it kind of just like a special move, or do you kind of like have control of the combos and everything? Really curious. You guys let me know. And then this is an interesting sequence here, and I'm curious about this character. I assume she's a 4-star, but I'm actually not sure because this is a nice juicy trailer. It's like 220. Usually the 4 stars be a little bit, maybe like even a minute long. This is really nice to see. And man, she's just dropping bodies all over the place.
But first, you gotta back down.
Yeah.
Time for talks over.
Nice shot here. You know, not super complicated, but it's cool to see. There's a little bit of depth of field going on here. You can see she's more in focus than his weapon right here, which we look through, which is interesting because you usually don't get that in these trailers as much. So it's nice to see they're using a little bit more film language here.
Boring conversation anyway.
And there's the Han Solo line, man. That's awesome. This is a great sequence. They always do these cool standoffs in the character demos. They'll oftentimes do this as like a stronger character in the enemy party. It's a great standoff, and they rush each other. This reminds me, actually, it's very similar to the what's his name, Sino. There's a similar thing that happens.
Anyway.
Gets a little line in between, and then the character rushes at him, and he does this really cool attack. So I wonder if it's the same director. And man, I would love, if anybody knows, please tell me. I would love to know, like, who directs these character demos. Is it one person? I have a feeling it's not. I have a feeling maybe it's either one person who has vastly different resources and budget per video, or it's a couple different people who, like, you're going to do the 4 stars, you're going to do the 5 stars and everything. I'm just curious if anybody knows that. As far as I can tell, there's no credits here. This sequence is for sure one of my favorite shots. This amazing kind of like wide angle lens, and you can see that. How can we tell it's wide angle? Well, you can tell because of the distortion. So look as he comes towards the camera. First of all, look at how elongated his body is. Look how much of his body we're fitting in the frame. That's a sure sign of a wide angle in here, probably like a 15mm lens. And then look at the little bit of distortion. His head gets even bigger as it comes towards the frame. It's an awesome effect of a wide angle lens. And then he rushes right past. Actually, it is an unbroken shot. You love to see that. And it just gives such a sense of momentum. They even have these kind of like manga motion lines in here. Lovely, lovely work. And then he rushes over. Boom! And again, like right as this happens, right as she powers up, we get the guitar just ramping up. And this is a fantastic shot, man. Again, great composition on this shot, right? They look at her eye is the focal point in the shot. It's located right up there in the upper left third. We have these beautiful leading lines coming down from her fingers right up into that brightest spot, just that white of her eyes right in the image, and her eye being wreathed by her hair. And it's just a beautiful shot. We also have these circular lines of the flames, again, drawing your eye in the spiral, right? Drawing you right to the eyes. It could be a painting right here, and that's the, you know, this is a hallmark of taking time. To be able to pause it like this and get a good composition is very nice. Awesome effect too on that. She kind of closes her fist. Awesome, man. You get this like explosion of power. It's visceral. You can feel that, man. And like the whole world has gone dark now. It's like everything's a little bit dimmer as she just beats down this guy. I love that when you know they're achieving with the choreography. Like, look at the weight behind her punches. She's like lunging into every single punch. It's like she's fencing, but with her fist. It's really cool. Yeah, and I love this effect again. This kind of like grittiness. And look, you have like her image in the flames in the background stuff. This is probably my favorite shot out of all these images that they did throughout the trailer. Great to see, man. You know, usually the characters are so kind of like all powerful in these trailers. You don't have them dodging as much. You know, and as far as martial arts, it's such a big part of like evading attack. And look at that. It's awesome to see. Like this guy is, you know, competent as well. He's not just like a lot of the times in these trailers it feels like the enemies are just like, you know, marionettes to get beat down. It's cool to see her like have to work a little bit in the fight. Dodging a couple times, like he takes a hit but then he attacks again. It's cool to see. It feels like, okay, this is a worthy opponent. Oh man, great shot selection too for this fight. Like look at this. She just lays into his body right there. Great shot. It dodges under it with both of the attacks. Comes up with this, kidney shot. And then just lays into the body, man. Look at that. It's great. This is like a good fight scene. Which is nice to see. Like, you know, the characters are so all-powerful, as I was saying, that a lot of the scenes, you know, they have like just these crazy kind of like energy attacks and like raining down magic and everything. It's super cool to see somebody, you know, like getting in there and using real martial arts strategy to fight this guy. This is definitely a bit on the rarer side of the Genshin videos. It's cool to see. Like, look at that. Again, just nicely shot. If we go frame by frame, look at this, loading up with the uppercut, and then she's activated that flame power right at the right time. Awesome, man. Another great shot. Look at that. You can see the power. Disarms him. And then she comes over and blocks blocks the spear. Also, just a cool sequence, because, you know, if you're super eagle-eyed and you play the game and you have Candace, you're gonna be like, I don't know if it's like a legendary weapon or not, but you're gonna be like, that's Candace's weapon, you know? It's cool, man. Right on the music, she catches it right on the climax. Boom! The drums stop. But again, it's cool because that instrumentation is a little bit more similar to Candace in her trailer. So it's nice to have that.
He's a guest, Candace. We were just sparring.
Sparring.
Is that right?
I've seen some pretty ridiculous sparring in my day. I believe it.
I do apologize. Please come with me.
Yeah, that's just so cool.
Candace is in a good mood.
What I would love to see is, like, imagine if these, you know, were a little bit even more connected. Like, imagine if they told a super long story. It'd be cool.
You're off the hook.
Like their episodes.
Remember what I told you. Final warning.
But they kind of are. That's a nice thing.
Remember what...
But yeah, it's nice. I mean, you know, it's cool to see, because from what we gather about the character, what have we seen so far? It's like she's some sort of vigilante. She's out there stopping this gang, whatever they're up to, whatever they're doing, bandits or something, right? And you know, from this being the only time we've seen Dehya, you might actually gather it's like, man, she's pretty merciless. Like, we haven't seen her. You know, is she gonna? Are these people dying? What's going on here? So it's really cool that they included this again at the end. She's not just like crazy, you know, vigilante taking people out with like no sort of justice to be seen. She's just wiping them out. It's really cool that she's okay. She's been reined in a little bit by Candace. She's gonna say, "Remember what I told you. Better watch yourself." Then she goes away. It's cool, because if it ended and she just destroyed them all, it would have a little bit more similar feeling to a character like the Wanderer, who we know is very unhinged, right? And you know, we gather from that trailer, like, oh, this guy's crazy. He pretty much says at the end of the trailer, like, the only reason I won't kill you is like you're just as useless dead or alive. Like, it's not even worth my time. So he's like a merciless person, whereas she, you know, is a little bit more human. Cool. But again, you know, it's nice to see a person who is not an Archon, who's not like a, you know, inhuman legend, fight a little bit more, you know, like strategically, right? And you use real blocking and everything, and like kind of like martial arts strategy, because, you know, she shouldn't be as strong as these characters like you know, Zhongli or something like that. So it's really cool that that they have the differences there. But hey, man, this is great. It's a shame that she just missed out on our Genshin tier list that we did for these videos. You know, we'll have to do another tier list in the future for the new videos, or maybe we'll just rank the 5 stars or something. But and again, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Me and Aaliyah had a lot of fun with it, and it was really interesting to go back and watch all the trailers back to back, because in some cases I think it's been like a year or something. I don't remember when I started these exactly, but it's been a while. So it was really nice to refresh our memory on that, and to see them all. It kind of had this feeling of like watching a show or something. It was cool. But this was really fun. I think Dehya is great, and man, I definitely would have ranked her pretty high on the tier list, I think, from this video. So that's my thoughts. But yeah, let me know if you guys agree. I think this is a great video. And like I said, Honkai, we're gonna do more of that because you guys were super receptive to it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And some other stuff as well. And let me know. You know, there's some big news about FF16 right now, Resident Evil, Street Fighter. I would love to look at some of this stuff from the state of play. Even that was really fun. And of course, those games are gonna come out this year as well, I believe. So you guys are the best. Follow on Twitter if you want to see what's up. I got my short film coming. There's gonna be more info there. Check out the main channel and check out the tier list if you didn't see it. And if you're new, this is your first video with me, check out the whole playlist we got here on the channel. If you want to see every Genshin Impact character demo that we've done, I think pretty much all of them at this point, except a couple. So, thank you. Have a great day.